Welcome in the chat, guys. Please say, talk to Doña. You can talk.
If I want. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another stream. My name is Doña, aka Doña the Lights.
Oh, we forgot to make this.
We forgot to make. I know. We'll make it later. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. When you're done with the stream, then you can make this like a cute date.
Okay. This stream, like all others, is sponsored by myself. By the way, if you're catching this live stream on Twitch, thank you for being here. Please feel free to contribute in the chat. This and all other streams are always going to be community conversations. Wait a minute. We do not want multiple songs. Anywho, if you're catching this replay on YouTube, this is essentially going to play out like a video podcast. Do not feel compelled to watch the video. Just put me on in the background and listen. Just listen. All you gotta do is listen. Yes, TJ.
Don't forget they say hi to me.
I know, buddy. No one's here yet. See, this is 0 viewers. No one's here yet. Oh, Spud Witch is here. All right. So really quickly, if you'd like to support my channel in ways that are free, please follow or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Look at that. Good morning, DJ.
Good morning. Today we're gonna make a cute date.
No, we're not doing that on stream.
No, I said.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
Not yet.
If you'd like to support me in ways that are free, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up like, as well as listen through. Just put these on in the background while you're doing your daily chores or what have you. Good morning, Spuddy Love. Thank you for being here. If you'd like to support me in ways that require money, you can purchase items here on my Etsy shop. The shop link is here in the Twitch chat, as well as in the description of every YouTube video. Yes.
Can I do it on your phone?
No, not today. Alright, so here are some of the items that I have available on my Etsy shop. All of the pendants and rings are handmade by myself. All of the other items are designed by myself, but are print on demand in order to, save the environment, so I don't have to purchase tons of things that don't get purchased by other people. But we have t-shirts, we have sweatshirts, we have hats, we have wall art, we have mugs. I don't know why we keep saying we. I have tumblers, journals, totes, hoodies, long sleeve crops, which I'm actually wearing today, and stickers. Again, the shop link is in the bio, or you can search Doña the Light on Etsy to find my shop. What's up, DJ?
What should I type? Oh, Sleepy's here. Welcome in the chat.
Sleepy's here. Good morning, Sleepy. Huh? Sleepy. Please say hello to DJ when you have a moment.
Oh, what should I type?
Where should you type? You don't have to type today, buddy.
I have.
You don't. You really don't. You'll be okay.
Yes, I don't. I have to.
You don't. Anywho, today, look at that. Hi, DJ. Today we're going to be discussing how to drastically, basically move through this world completely stress-free by adjusting our expectations. And this conversation is for childrenless adults and adults with children, for the parents and the non-parents, okay? This conversation is for everyone. It is for all of the people. Fergie is here. Fergie, thank you for redeeming second in the chat. Please say hello to DJ. He is sitting right next to me. So when it comes to our stress levels, a lot of the time, the things that stress us out are based on expectations that we have of those around us. And this could be expectations from our partners. This could be expectations from our employers. I'm good. I'm at work. Oh, thank you for being here at work, Sleepy. I appreciate you, boo. I don't want to distract you too much. But these expectations basically tell us that certain things should happen based on, typically it's like assumptions or preconceived notions or just all kinds of things. Yeah, have a wonderful day at work. Oh, Symphony's already getting bread. Here we go. Here we go. Aw, she looks like a little pumpkin.
Oh, Dragon Pets. Welcome in the chat.
Aw, she's cute. She's like a little tiger with stars.
Mom,
Yes.
Look, it's Dragon Pet.
Yes, I know, because look at the dragon is different now. The dragon is orange. I love her. So when it comes to expectations, the best example that I have, yes, TJ.
Can you press lurk? Because I'm
No,
lurking.
we're not lurking. We're not typing in the chat. We don't need to type anything in the chat. Okay?
Not you.
DJ.
I'm lurking.
DJ. People are going to communicate with you in the chat and say hello, and they can hear you. So you don't have to type in the chat. Because if you talk, they can hear you. Do you understand? Okay. So when it comes to expectations, the best examples that I have, of course, are when interacting with my children, but also my partner and my employer, right? So a lot of things that we chalk up to expectations, sometimes we summarize by saying these things are common sense, right? Like, it's common sense for my employer to give me, you know, a couple of days notice if they need me to do overtime, or if they need me to stay late, if they need me to do whatever, right? But that's an expectation, and if that expectation isn't met, then it leaves us feeling really stressed out, because if we expect for our employer to notify us or contact us a certain time ahead in order to do something, and they don't follow through with what we expect them to do, it causes us stress, because then they contact us, 2-3 hours before, or maybe we're already on a shift and they're asking us to stay late, and we're stressed out thinking, well, why didn't they ask me this ahead of time? I'm sure they knew that they needed more people. Yes.
Let me get you some more fish.
Oh, thank you.
And then where should I put them at?
You could just leave it on the counter or put it in the glass bowl.
I could put it in the glass.
Okay. So this expectation was not communicated. Sometimes it's based on what a party or a person has done previously, but we have to remember that things change, people change, situations change, and sometimes people don't think about the things that they do in relation to us then creating an expectation, right? So, same example, if my job reaches out to me a couple days ahead and says, hey, today is Thursday, it'd be great if you could stay for overtime on Saturday, we'd really appreciate it. Cool, now I can make plans, I can do this, I can do that, yada, yada, yada. I'm feeling great. Now, based on that conversation, that one conversation, create an expectation of what I expect my employer to do when they need someone to work overtime, right? Unbeknownst to them, where in order to clear up any confusion, I could communicate. Hey, employer, is this what you will be doing moving forward every time you need someone to work, or every time you need me to work overtime? AKA, can I expect you to reach out at least, a day ahead, a full 24 hours ahead, to request me to work overtime on a regular basis? Is this something that I can expect from you? If employer says yes, sweet, you can create that expectation. And then, because they communicated that it's a yes, if they don't do that, you can let them know. I mean, of course, overtime should always be a request. It should never be a demand. But moving forward, if they don't follow through with that, now it's not an expectation. It's, I want to say, a rule, essentially, right? Because it's something that you communicated to them. They agreed, and they said, yes, moving forward, before this happens, this is how we will communicate it to you, or this is when we will communicate it to you, or whatever. Moving forward, you know this to be true. Again, if they reach out to you less than that 24-hour time frame, you can call them out. Instead of just saying no, you could say no because you told me, you communicated to me that you would be reaching out to me at least 24 hours in advance in order to ask me for overtime. Even if that's not the reason why you don't want to do the overtime. But that'll just hold them accountable to, this is what you communicated to me. You agreed to this. Let's move forward and do it, right? But unless I communicate that directly with someone, I cannot expect for those things to be true all of the time. Lincoln sneaks in and sits down at the chair near the door, lowers head. Good morning, Lincoln. Good morning, Fergie. Good morning, Spuddy. Good morning, Sleepy. Thank you all for being here, my sweet, sweet lovelies. So, moving forward, I have to understand that unless something is communicated to me clearly, concisely, all questions asked, no fog exists. Kisses the top of that glorious bald head. That's that bald headed kiss noise. There you go. It's important that we don't expect or assume for things to happen just because someone did it once, or because we assume that this is common sense. I'm not bald. It's okay, Lincoln. We still love you. Is your hair like the baby's? Like it's, some gentle fuzz? Oops. Some gentle fuzz. Even gentle fuzz is okay. So moving forward, one of the biggest stressors, that was toxic. One of the biggest stressors that most of my clients have are expectations from their parents. Their parents, mostly mom. I would say their parents and their family members. That's like the top. Say parents and family members, expectations are top. Next is partner, and then is children, right? So let's talk about expectations for parents. And I'm totally a victim of this too, and I found myself getting very irritable the other day because I was trying to communicate something to my mom, and it was just like not working because we're not on the same wavelength, and that's just kind of how it's always going to be. So I may expect for my mom to respect my boundaries, right? Something that I ask her all the time, and now she kind of, I don't even know what to call it. So here's the situation. My mom is really great at like putting together outfits and fashion and all that stuff. She really enjoys it. I can tell she does. So if she's ever out somewhere and she finds something that she thinks would look good on me or that's my size, she'll buy it for me. I've asked her over the past couple years to stop buying me stuff, right? Stop buying me stuff, Mom, because I end up with a closet full of stuff that I don't wear. I just don't. If y'all were here with me and actually saw me every day, I typically wear like the same thing every week, and I'm totally okay with it. I'll wear this crop I don't know how many times. Like, I'm totally fine with wearing the same thing. I don't go anywhere. I'm not going out to a job. And even if I was going to a job, I'd probably have a uniform. Even when I was working at, like, the college, I'd still wear the same thing every week. Long story short, she doesn't like that. She says, like, if she sees me, wearing the same thing, she'll be like, oh my goodness, Doña, you need a new dress, or you need a new this, or whatever. So she takes it upon herself to buy me stuff. Right. Sleepy says, I wear scrubs for work and sweats at home. I'm comfy. Precisely. Right? And my mom used to have, like, a ton of super cool, like, awesome cartoon scrubs when she was working in nursing. And I always thought it was amazing. I loved all the scrubs that she had. So said all this to say, remote working only requires underwear. That is true. That is true. So I've asked her multiple times not to continue buying me things because, first of all, I have no problem donating clothes. I have no problem throwing away clothes. I have no problem getting rid of clothes. Mine are just black, partition, easier for stains at work. That makes sense. I tell her, I end up with all of this stuff in my closet that I don't wear. Of course, up here in the high desert, there are, like, certain things I have to have because it gets really hot in the summer and it gets really cold in the winter. So I kind of have to have that variety when it comes to the seasons. But other than that, I really don't have to have a lot of stuff in my closet. I've asked her to stop purchasing me things. And maybe y'all can help me with this. Here's my issue. Maybe that would be the boundary. Maybe the boundary should be, Mom, if you continue to purchase me things after I've asked you not to, I'm just going to immediately donate them. I'm just going to take them straight to Goodwill, tags and all, and just send them over. So she has kind of like slowed down on it a little bit, but she still does it every once in a while. Like, she was just here a couple days ago and she brought me 2 things. And one of them I was like, nope. And the other one was like, all right, well, you can keep this one because it's a sweater dress. So there's a part of me that expects her to be able to honor and respect this boundary of stop buying me clothes. The thing that I actually needed was jeans. And I have to try on jeans because I'm shaped like a black woman. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. I have a big butt and small waist. Like, I have to try on jeans. And they have to actually feel good. Like, if I can't squat and, like, stand back up or, like, kneel and do all those things and still be okay, I'm not going to buy the jeans. Like, I'm just not. So, those are things that I have to purchase, or I have to try on before I purchase them. I got those gorgeous cards. Stop. Stop it, Sleepy. Stop. So, I totally got off track. If I were to expect my mom to uphold this boundary and be able to respect it and stop freaking purchasing me things, every time she violated that boundary, it would piss me the hell off, right? I would just get more and more irritated, more and more ticked off. So now all I do is I just say, okay, and I just put it in my closet. And then I eventually donate it. The thing that bothers me the most is it actually bothers her that I donate stuff. Because she says, well, why didn't you just give it back to me? And I'm like, well, why'd you give it to me in the first place? Let's talk about it. So I do believe that I need to revisit that and just literally tell her, like, moving forward, you know, from today, February 2nd on, if you bring me things, because I don't ask her for stuff. I was going to say if you bring me things without asking, but I don't ask her for stuff. Because I have to try on things in order to ensure that it not just fits, but it feels good. Like, it has to feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, Sleepy gets it. Sleepy gets it. Spuddy gets it. Fergie gets it. Shoot, even Lincoln gets it. All y'all get it. It has to feel good when I wear it. Like, it just has to. Because I'm going to be wearing it all day. So it just has to feel good. I'm going to let her know, like, moving forward, you know, I already have so much crap in my closet. I already second guess about donating stuff because a certain part of me from her feels some sort of emotional attachment to clothes. Like, even though I go through and I'm like, I literally, I can go through my closet right now and I have at least 6 things in there that she's given me that still have tags on them. I have things that she's given me last summer that I never even wore. Haven't even worn them. Just accept, I think she gave them to me, must have been for like Mother's Day or something. It was some kind of holiday that she gave it to me. Yeah, Sleepy says, if I don't feel comfy, I don't want it. That's the truth right there. So I think I need to revisit the boundary and say, look, Mom, you know, I don't have any more room in my closet. I would like for you to stop purchasing me clothes. And from this day forward, if you bring me something, I'm just going to put it in a pile and it's immediately going to be donated. I'm not going to keep it. I'm not going to wear it, you know. And that's a conversation for another time. But, oh, hello, little baby. Again, expectations around our parents are definitely a high cause of, little baby man, high cause of stress. Because Lincoln says, I'm comfy with the clothes, I'm uncomfy with my selection. Men clothes be default. But at least y'all have multiple sizes for your freaking pants. But I understand. Many of my clients struggle with expecting their parents to treat them differently than they treated them when they were children. Hey, welcome in, Michaela. Thank you for saying hello to DJ. He's downstairs right now. But yeah, so a lot of the complaints that I hear is, you know, my mom still talks to me like I'm a child, you know, and it's very, very stressful. You know, my dad still expects me to, I don't know, insert something here. But most of the time it's that as we grow and become bigger persons, as we grow and mature, we expect for our parents to do the same, and they do not, because they have no reason to. Typically, we have something driving us to want to grow and mature and yada, 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 but our parents don't, unless they choose to, right? It has to be a choice that we make. We can't change other people. People have to make that choice themselves. Sleepy says, try having huge boobs and a small waist. I learned to sew shirts, to sew to get shirts that fit. Plus, my hips and jeans are not fun. 1,000%. Women's clothes are just, the struggle is so real. Don't tell a guy to imagine himself with boobs. You already know the outcome. Lincoln says, my mom comes at me with this. I owe you for being here energy. And I'm like, do I need to thank you for having sex? Ah, right. And the honest truth is, you don't owe her anything. You didn't ask to be here. Exactly. Like, am I supposed to thank you for procreating? Like, that had nothing to do with me. I am a result of that, but it had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? And again, these kinds of beliefs and thought patterns and things like that our parents hold are passed down, right, from their parents to them. But expecting our parents to grow and mature and have more emotional intelligence just because they're getting older is it's pointless. You know, we have to really look at our parents and just think that Kairu, we have to just tell ourselves, this is how my mom is. You know what I mean? And I have to choose, or I get to choose how often, mama, I get to choose how often I want to interact with this person, because they see no benefit in growing and maturing. Sleepy says, thanks for forgetting condoms exist. Right, I don't know what you want, Ma. Exactly. Lincoln says, I mean, I'm glad I'm not in a condom. Just wish you waited until after you graduated college. I feel that. I feel that 100,000%. But yeah, and that realization is really, really difficult to come to, because we love our parents. You know, even if we have troubling relationships with them, there's a part of us that still wants their approval, you know? But until we learn to look at them objectively and not in the image that we paint of them, we're going to continue to be stressed out by like every interaction that we have with them, right? We're absolutely going to continue to be stressed. It's going to be really difficult for us to move forward and be able to manage our own stress when we are essentially creating more and more stress in our bodies, in our lives, etc. So I've definitely heard people say that it's kind of like a cop-out for someone to say, well, this is just the way I am. You know what I mean? But the honest truth is, that is just how our parents are. Now, if I was talking about myself and I wanted to mature and I wanted something to be different, then I wouldn't be able to use the reasoning, well, this is just the way I am, you know. I expect for people to do blank, 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 or I expect to have different results about something, but I don't see the benefit in doing anything different because this is just the way I am. You know what I mean? Like, that's not feasible. If I want things in my life to be different, then I am the person that has to shift and has to change. That's just a fact. Like, I don't have anything around it. He is too precious, making my chest hurt. No, it's your ovaries, Sleepy. Your ovaries. He's a sweetie sometimes, isn't he? Sometimes you're just sweetie. What you doing? You look kind of sleepy. You can go back to sleep. You don't have to be awake. Just gonna munch on that pacifier for sure. Let me hold you, little man. So yes, stop nesting. You can't nest unless you're like 34 weeks pregnant. Anyways. Knock me up or shut up. I cannot help you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so next it comes to expectations of your partner, right? This is huge. And this really just comes down to seeing your partner objectively and communicating with them a whole lot. I feel like when it comes to your partner, there's definitely a lot more room to communicate versus communicating with your parents. You can absolutely communicate with your parents, like what you need from them, you know, expectations, not expectations. You can communicate your needs and you can communicate your boundaries to your parents. Absolutely. But the reality is your partner is in more of a position to, like, more motivated to, you know, heed those needs and heed those boundaries than your parents are, right? Because you might not be in a position where you need a lot from your parents other than like the bare minimum type stuff, you know? Like, you might not need emotional support from your parents anymore, not as much. Because if you have a partner, typically you're going to them for emotional support or yada yada yada. So the struggle with partners is that, first of all, when we first meet them, we put our very best red bottom, gold toe, diamond encrusted foot forward. We're doing it all. If they say, oh my goodness, I would love if you open the door for me, we are opening every door, right? If they say, oh my goodness, I would love if you shared your food with me, we are sharing everything. Everything, Karu. We're sharing everything, right? And then Raylene's here. Welcome in, Raylene. And then slowly but surely, as we become more comfortable, as we get to know our partner on a deeper level, what is happening? Then we kind of stop doing that, right? And here's the thing. Here's where the accountability comes in, right? If I tell Grover that I love when he opens the door for me, right? I love when he opens the door for me. Kicks open door for Lincoln and hands him my whole plate. If I tell him I love when he opens doors for me, and then he does it for the first, 3 months, but I don't ever acknowledge it, he's probably going to stop sometime soon, right? If for the first couple weeks I'm like, oh my goodness, babe, thank you so much, like, I acknowledge it every single time. I thank him, I give him a kiss on the cheek, whatever, there's some sort of positive reinforcement for him opening the door for me, then he's going to continue doing it. But if that doesn't happen, then he's probably going to stop, because what's the point? We like to be acknowledged. We like to know that our efforts are seen. It's just a thing that we do. We can say that men opening doors for women is common sense or common courtesy or chivalrous or what have you. But the honest truth is, we as humans like positive reinforcement. It's a fact. We like it. We need it. It helps. It helps to remind us that we are doing something correctly, or we are doing something that, our partner or whoever likes, appreciates, whatever. What are you doing to my arm? And then the reverse happens too. The thing about it is, again, if it doesn't happen after 3 months, like let's say he just stops, but I'm still expecting him to, one of two things could happen. I could choose to get really irritated every time I approach the door and I gotta open it myself and we're together. And that's just gonna continue to happen, and then it's gonna start this like low boil, right? We talked about the boil a couple streams ago. Or I could ask him, hey babe, it's been a couple weeks since you opened the door for me. You used to do it all the time. What's changed? And then he can communicate with me. Well, in the beginning, you used to always thank me, or you used to hold my hand, or you used to do something. You used to acknowledge me every single time I did it, and you stopped doing that. So I've stopped holding the door open, And those kinds of kind of awkward, a little bit uncomfortable conversations are what allow us to have less expectations and more just, essentially rules, or like direct communication, where we know what our partner is going to do because it's behavior that we've reinforced with each other, If I just expect for him to do something because he's done it once, and I'm not actually clearly communicating with him and asking him questions, was this just a one-time thing? blah, 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 then I can't, move forward. I can't just assume that this is going to happen. I can't just expect this behavior to continue. Raylene says, very important conversations. Lincoln says, I feel the quote, what's changed conversation starter is the hardest to start for me. I don't like conflict. And I hear you, Lincoln. However, I don't believe that this, I don't know. I think that for a lot of us, conflict is synonymous with discomfort. Because, and it also depends on, there's a lot of things that go into it, but it also depends on the tone, right? It depends on the tone, it depends on the eye contact, it depends on where we are, it depends on a lot of things. So like if I reach out, absolutely in fear, yeah, discomfort and fear. If I reach out and I'm, we're sitting at a restaurant together and some way, somehow, it's just me and Grover and we yeeted the children somewhere, right? Children have been yeeted and they're taken care of, but they've been yeeted and they're somewhere. And I reach out and I hold his hand and I say, hey babe, I noticed that you didn't hold the door open for me. And you used to do it all the time. And I'm looking directly into his eyes and I'm speaking just like this. And I really used to enjoy it. And I still do enjoy it. And I just was wondering, what's changing, why you don't do it anymore. I believe that he would be a lot more receptive to have that conversation versus me saying, wow, so you just don't hold doors open for me anymore? For sure. Yes.
Lincoln and Raylene didn't say hi to me.
Well, Raylene didn't know you were here. I'm pretty sure Lincoln said hi. If not, Lincoln can say hi. But those are two very different conversation starters. The second one doesn't really even leave. Right. I can see the difference in the tone and environment. The second one doesn't even really leave room for a conversation. It leaves room for...
DJ.
Yeah, Michaela definitely said hi. Yeah, look, Michaela said hi right here. Hello, Doña and DJ.
Oh, hi.
Michaela said hi as soon as they got here.
You did.
Hey, DJ, I'm on the bus.
Hey, DJ, I'm on the bus. You're right, Raylene. You're on the bus.
The second one of me saying, wow, so you just don't hold my door open anymore? Okay. That doesn't leave any room for a discussion. It leaves room for him to try to fight for his life to defend himself and give reasons as to why he doesn't. But it also doesn't say that I'm coming from a place of love and care. It says I'm coming from a place of already being upset and defensive. Yes.
Raylene said he's on the bus.
Yeah, Raylene's on the bus. Sleepy says, I check in a lot and it can be taken the wrong way. I'm like, you okay? We okay? Absolutely. And so that's where direct communication comes into play. Because instead of just asking, are you okay? Or are we okay? Be specific. What specifically do you want to know about? Do you want to know about something frustrating that your partner shared with you that they were going through? Right? Hey, I remember you telling me a little bit about you had a tough meeting coming up. How was that? How are you feeling after that? You know what I mean? Be a little bit more specific so that, I don't know, I feel like the broad questions just leave a lot of space for someone to just say, yeah, everything's fine. Whereas if you're more specific, they may say, oh my goodness, yeah, that was a really tough meeting. I'm still feeling a little frazzled. I'm still feeling a little blank. I'm still feeling a little this. But I appreciate you checking in. And then, you can dig a little deeper. Do you want to share? Do you want to vent about it? Yada, 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 like we talked about a couple streams ago. And then you can kind of go from there. Lincoln says, I like the check-ins though. Even though I say we're okay, it tells me that you're thinking about me. Parentheses us. Exactly. May say it in a way where I'm just trusting us, but the check-ins are very nice. Absolutely. And then for some, the check-ins feel like, oh no, is there something wrong that I missed? For those of us that are very used to indirect communication, asking your partner, are we okay? May cause them to say, oh my goodness, are we okay? Is there something I missed? Is it our anniversary? Is it your birthday? is some holiday coming up that you know what I mean? It may have them spiral into something else. Right. Lincoln says, yeah, I have to not think of the check-ins like it is something bad. Absolutely. And this is something that, of course, you will learn in your specific relationship because, again, that would be a really great direct conversation to have. Hey, babe, when you ask how we're doing, what specifically would you like to know? Would you like to know if there are needs of mine that you aren't meeting? Would you like to know if there's something I need from you? Is there something that you need from me that you'd like to share? You know, like, be direct. That way you don't expect that the check-ins mean something when really your partner's trying to communicate something else. You know, like, for Grover and I, when we have our check-ins, which we definitely need to be a lot more intentional and consistent with them, but essentially we sit on the bed together. I try and like eat the baby somewhere, but sometimes he's just there. And we'll like sit in each other's laps on the bed, and I'll just drape my arms over his shoulders. He'll put his arms around my waist, and we'll just kind of like sit there as the baby rolls around. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I share something, sometimes I'll sit like forehead to forehead with him, and then we'll just kind of, sometimes we'll just kind of let something come out, and then from there we'll share whatever it is like on our heart. Sometimes it's about sometimes it's about his music, sometimes it's about my life coaching, sometimes it's about the children, sometimes it's about, you know, one of our parents, you know, whatever, and we'll just share. But you know, we're there. We are distraction free, like phones are elsewhere, you know, children are sleeping, whatever, and we're present with each other. Sleepy says, there is a lot I'm still working out of, behavior-wise, due to my last relationship being, well, abusive as fuck. So I'm trying to work myself out of constantly worrying. Absolutely. And those are things that take practice, you know. Consider how long you were in that state of constant worry. Not only constant worry, but probably constantly trying to predict and be like 3 steps ahead. And so that puts you in a really anxious state because you're not grounded in the present. You're focused on the future, trying to anticipate someone's needs, trying to prevent them from getting upset, etc., etc., etc. Lincoln says, I can be supportive of your need to check in by not assuming it is a bad. That's also on me. Yeah, 4 years of walking on eggshells. Exactly. Okay, love, no worries. Let's DJ.
Can I show you?
Yeah, go ahead. This is DJ's princess house.
What a lot of Legos.
It is made of Legos.
I made out of Legos, but somebody can't go inside. Look, there's no door.
There's no doors?
It's still Lego inside.
It's full of Legos?
You can only go inside in the clear, and there's the bathroom over here.
The bathroom's over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the pink.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a little wood. You can see it. Can't hear you. Can add this. But I see the cool Legos.
Yep. Sleepy sees the cool Legos. Kyrie was like, I want to touch them, but he can't.
No, Cairo. I'm not going to give it to you.
They're too small for you, buddy.
Hold on.
He is very, very interested.
Lincoln, do you want to see my princess house?
My feet are too blocky to avoid eggshells. I definitely would have hit things multiple times. I can't imagine the situation you was in without me always triggering something. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so this is something that you two can work together on as well as separate on, right? Because, yes.
Can Lincoln to see the Legos?
Yeah, he can see it. Phoebe
Dawn.
says, it didn't matter if I did everything right. I did 50 things wrong in his eyes. Exactly.
I built it by myself. I didn't need any help.
Because this is someone who is looking for...
Oh,
princess.
Princess.
Thank you, princess. I love you, too. Please say hi to DJ real quick before he loses it. Oh, my goodness, little baby.
Please say hi to me.
I love you, too, princess. I appreciate you for stopping in.
Yeah, princess.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Hi, princess. You want to see my Legos?
She can see them, buddy. They're on the screen.
Ooh, DJ. Those are those Legos are nice. What make? I make a princess house. Which starts with it's little. What?
This is his princess
Good
house.
morning, Spud. Hi, Spud. Yeah.
But again, I mean,
like to
I would have
see
crushed me, not gonna
your
lie.
Legos.
Absolutely.
I love it.
So when it comes to the example that Sleepy gave as far as, you know, being in this abusive relationship,
I have not meet princess. DJ.
DJ, hold on, buddy. Hold on. I have to go to work, but I'll tap into you soon. Okay, princess, I'm gonna send you a psst. I know you have Discord, so you gotta add me on Discord, boo, so I can talk to you. Yes, DJ. Just hold on, buddy. Just.
It says DJ. I love.
I work like 5 jobs. That's fine,
DJ.
Michaela.
Love this pink homie.
Princess, stay busy. She really does. But coming from the previous relationship that Sleepy was in, it would be very easy for her to. Okay, babe. Absolutely. Yeah. Sit to me. Let me do it real quick so I don't forget. It would be very, very easy. I have returned.
I have returned.
Hello again, everyone.
Hello again, everyone. Fergie, check out my Legos.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Fergie, check out my new Legos.
Makes sense.
Nice Legos, DJ.
But yeah, okay, buddy, have a seat. I need you to stop reading for a moment. When it comes to the previous relationship that Sleepy was in, it would be very easy to avoid having those direct conversations, those direct communication conversations, and just to assume and try and anticipate what her partner is going to expect of her, right? Instead of just straight out asking, because straight out asking was not an option previously, it would feel safer for her to just try and figure out her partner's expectations, right? And then she's going to be really, really leery about trying to make sure that she's doing those things. And if she gets any inkling that she's not, you know, it's going to be devastating. If you can't find me on there, send me yours later and I'll add you. Okay, love. I figure it out and attempt to fix things when nothing has even happened. Exactly. Have a beautiful day, princess. Have a great day at all of your jobs. But I will definitely be speaking to you soon. Yes,
They love my Legos.
Yes, they do love your Legos. Little baby, why is everybody talking right now? Why?
Hold on to the side.
Why?
Oh, bye, princess.
Why, Kairu? Why? Look at that drool coming out of
Jones
your
is
face.
here. Welcome in the chat.
Look at that drool falling off your
Check
face.
out my
Look at your
new
drool falling off your
Legos.
face.
Check out my new Legos, Jones.
It's Jones. You fed Symphony. Thank you. Look
Check out
forward
my
to it.
new Legos, Jones.
It's baby feet. Okay, watch out, DJ. Move your arm. Ugh.
Check out my new Legos, Jones.
Little man said, let me weigh in here for my last email. Basically, he was like, we got to talk about this. I got stuff to say. But yeah, it can be extremely stressful to... Good morning, Jones.
Good morning.
Please say hi to DJ. Otherwise, you know.
Or else I'm gonna flip the table.
He's gonna flip the table, y'all. He's gonna flip. I don't even think he knows what that means.
Don't try this in real
I
life.
just say it all the time.
Check out my Legos, Jones. Good morning, Jones and Nova.
Have a seat, buddy. When it comes to expectations from your partner, of your partner, save yourself the stress and just ask questions.
Yay!
If there's something you want to communicate, you don't know
Good
how,
morning, DJ.
hit me up. I got you.
Jones, check out my Legos.
DJ, hold on, buddy. Lincoln says, I'll definitely have to take that note to heart so I can better support Sleepy, especially if she feels she made an accident, to let her know it's our accident and to hold her hand. Absolutely. Especially when nothing has actually happened. You know, when there are just assumptions from residual struggles, you know, from her previous relationship that perhaps were issues previously, but with you are not even, you know, a concern, you know, because we realize that people make mistakes. For example, Grover is forgetful. He is. He forgets to do like small stuff. Good morning. Nova isn't here. Oh. He forgets to do small stuff like, you know, close his curtains sometimes, or DJ, hold on. Or, you know, turn off the heater, or whatever. And I've asked him, right, my brain goes, fix it, stop, breathe, he's not him. Exactly. So my previous relationship, if I would remind him of stuff, he would get really irritated. And so that reinforced two things. Don't ask him for anything. And don't remind him of stuff. So like with Grover, he's like, no, please remind me. Like, just remind me, whatever it is. And so I'm still practicing reminding him of things. Another thing that I struggle with is that when I ask Grover to do things sometimes, he gets into, definitely poke me when you feel this, I want to know. Absolutely. Sir, he gets like into, like if I ask him to do some chores or something, he gets into like work mode. So his response is like very flat, and he's like, okay, you know, it's not like, to me, it sounds like he's bothered. And so I take that to heart sometimes. I think, oh, well, let me not ask him to, you know what I mean? And so that's a discomfort that I have to get over, because I'm trying to assume that his tone means something. At this point, I just want to say hi to both of you and DJ out of instinct. I appreciate you, Michaela. He's always here, so.
At this point, I just say hi to both you and DJ.
Out of instinct.
Instinct you.
Yes, DJ.
Kenny Jones look at this.
DJ, he already saw it. Everybody saw it. I need you to take a break. Go ahead and put it back. We're going to be ending the stream soon, and then we're going to do some school.
I thought we were gonna make it.
Huh?
I thought we were gonna make the date.
Yes, we are, but that has nothing to do with what we're doing on stream. That's something that I have to work on myself. Why? Because I grew up with a parent who, the guy next to me on the bus peeping the stream, hey, invite him in. Tell him to purchase some merch. I grew up kind of trying to tiptoe a little bit around my mom. Like, she was a little bit, you know? And so I definitely find myself doing that a lot with Grover. And I second guess things a lot. And so I'll ask him to do chores. And then he'll say, okay. And then he gets into this, like, work mode where he's just like, yeah. And he'll just, like, get stuff done. And to me, my perception, my assumption is that he's bothered and he's in a mood and he's not feeling good. And so I find myself checking in with him often, like, hey, you okay? You good? You know, do you need anything? And he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And even though he has told me multiple times that he's okay, you know, that's just mentally where he goes, he has never, like, said, oh my goodness, it's so much, like, you know, how come you're not doing chores, whatever. Like, none of those things are happening. He's not, like, you know, breaking things or whatever. Yeah. Raylene says my boyfriend goes into work mode too. I literally called that as well. Yeah. Oh my goodness. You should see him when he's producing. Like, Grover is, oh my goodness. Like, and he'll be a little bit, like, lighter if he's streaming while he's producing. But, I mean, Raylene can totally attest to this. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Of him getting into the mode where he's, like, super hyper focused and will just produce for hours and hours and hours and hours and nothing else. Like, will forget to eat, literally just stops to go to the bathroom, probably wouldn't even drink any beverages if I didn't put any in her for him, you know. So these are just things that I have to learn about my person and accept that this is just how he is and there's no need for me to change him. Like, part of me would want him to say, okay, you know, when I ask him to do chores, but that's not, like, what difference does it make the tone or inflection that he says okay? He's still doing the chores, and he's not, like, half-assing them or anything, you know what I mean? Like, in a passive-aggressive way, like, oh, you want me to clean? Or I'm just gonna, like, halfway clean, you know? No. he does the chores. He does a great job, you know, and that's something else I can definitely appreciate is that when Grover does chores, I don't have to like go over it again or like redo stuff, you know. He does them and he does them great. Sleepy says my urge to hold the little man is too strong. Raylene says yep, and yep. Michaela says, ain't he usually in the stream chat? Yeah, absolutely. Lincoln says, stop it. No. Raylene says, I've gotten more used to it and now get into work mode with him as I now get inspired by his focusness. Absolutely. Absolutely. Right? So these are things that we can learn about our person and things that are completely acceptable to just accept. You know, like there's no reason for me to communicate to him. I can communicate to him like, hey, sometimes it's a little tough for me to see you go into work mode and not assume that I've done something wrong. You know, like I can absolutely communicate that to him because that's true. But that doesn't mean that he has to change his behavior. I just want him to be aware, like, after this happens, if you see me coming up to you, like, constantly asking, are you good? Are you good? Are you good? Are you good? It's because I assume in the back of my mind, oh, I did something wrong. Like, his little hand. You good? You only want to talk while I'm talking? Okay, got it. But that just means that it'll give him more insight as to why I behave the way that I behave. After I ask him whatever, okay? Zipporah said, hi, baby. Oh, hi, Zipporah. Okay, love bugs. Said all this to say, communication over expectations. Communication over expectations. Communication over expectations. If you or someone you know has been impacted by stress caused by unrealistic expectations, you may be entitled to compensation. And you can also hire me to be your life coach. You absolutely can. I will help you navigate this. I will be happy to do so. Okay? These are things that I have had to learn, things that I am still learning, right? But at the end of the day, I thought so. I also just followed him. Wait, followed who, Michaela? Who you talking about? These are things that I've had to learn. I'm still learning. However, if there's one thing I can say about myself, it's that I'm an incredible teacher. I am a phenomenal teacher. Not only am I a phenomenal teacher, I am amazing at cultivating safe spaces. I have a high level of empathy and compassion. Baby boy agrees. Sleepy says, again, I hired Doña just to hang out. Let's do it. If you want to hire me just to hang out, like, you will have you have my undivided attention. Ow! Why are you squeezing my neck? Okay, y'all. We're going to wrap up this stream. If you're interested, right, I feel that, baby man, speaking to my soul, little guy. If you're interested in working with me, or you know somebody that might be, schedule a free call. Let's talk about it. I know, little baby, but we're done, and then I'll get you some food. If you are here in the chat, please drop a goodbye to DJ so that he can see it and not flip a table. I love you all. Everyone in here is a phenomenal human being. I'm gonna do... I follow Kelly Crocodile. Oh, that's my husband. Yeah, Kelly Crocodile is my husband, Grover. DJ. Little baby. Yeah. I thought you meant DJ, like my son DJ. But then it's confusing because Kelly Crocodile is also a DJ. But yeah, if you're catching this replay on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give this video a thumbs up like. Watch it all the way through to the end, or as much as you can. I really hope that the YouTube captions can capture what I'm saying. I probably need to practice speaking more slowly, but that's really difficult. If you would like to support me in ways that are free, share my YouTube channel, share my stream, share all of the things. Everyone's saying bye to DJ.
It's too early to say bye to me.
It's too early to say bye. I don't know what that means. We are going to raid into somebody.
Stop saying bye to me, please.
Oh, DJ said stop saying bye to him. Okay, so we'll stop saying bye to DJ. That won't be something that we do anymore because he's in a mood.
Well, I gotta type something.
What do you mean you have to type something? We're ending the stream, DJ. You don't have to type anything.
We're lurking. Mommy, we're lurking.
We're not lurking, DJ.
Yes, we are.
We're not. If you'd like to support me in ways that require money, here again is my shop link. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a great free way to support.
I want to push something.
You can put DJ. Go ahead.
I can put lurk.
Go ahead. Put lurk. Look over. I said hi. I will love. He's at work right now.
Oops.
Bye bye, sweet little baby man. And God is Lady Doña. Oh, thank you, Sleepy. Appreciate you. And DJ's
The
lurking.
light is lurking.
All right, let's see who we can raid into.
Mommy, it says Doña, the light is lurking.
It does, it does. All right, is Jones still on? Jones is still streaming. Minty. Ooh, Leem. All right, we're gonna raid into Leem because Leem is the homie.
Leem?
Raid Leem the Dream. Leem is playing. What is Leem playing? What is Leem playing? I don't know what Leem is playing. Hold on, y'all. I don't know what Leem is playing. He's playing like a first-person shooter game or something like that. So we are going to raid into Leem. Please check out his channel. He's a super phenomenal streamer. He's working on being more consistent this year with his streams. So if you could pop in and support,
Grover, I say hi.
I would appreciate it.
Grover?
Grover's at work. If you feel compelled to follow, please do so. But we're going to go ahead and raid over. Thank y'all for being here. Yeah, Liam is the homie. He's a super... He be screaming. It's so funny. He's very, very entertaining to watch on stream. Seriously. All right, we're going to raid into... Please stop. Can you go over there, please? All right, y'all. Let's raid. Here we go.